There's a moment in a YouTuber's journey that can make or break their career. It's not hitting 1 million subscribers or getting their first sponsorship. Instead, it's when a creator looks straight into the camera and shows their face for the very first time. For fans, it's exciting. Suddenly, there's a real person behind the disjointed voice they've listened to for years, someone to connect with, someone they can feel like they know. But that connection is a double-edged sword, because while some face reveals are met with love, support, and floods of wholesomeness, others end up as cautionary tales for the rest of the internet. And in one instance, a face reveal didn't just disappoint fans, it straight up tanked the YouTuber's career. Hi, I'm the Internet Anarchist. I create weekly YouTube documentaries, and today, we're looking at the most hated YouTube face reveals, and the ones that people actually loved, starting with a face reveal that was never supposed to happen. Noricat started uploading videos and live streaming on YouTube back in 2017. She was one of the earliest VTubers on the platform, and quickly gained a respectable audience that liked watching her play games and just chat on random topics. For those who don't know, VTuber is short for Virtual YouTuber. It's a term used for creators who use special motion tracking software to match their in-real-life movements with an animated avatar, and then use that avatar for content. One of the most notable examples of this today is Odd1sOut, who is currently one of the most popular streamers in the world.
Cyclotron Day! Cyclotron Day! What country is he cycling in? He's cycling in Japan, the country where he lives.
A notable thing about these VTubers is that the vast majority of them like to keep their identity hidden, and that was also the case with Noricat. Unfortunately, during a stream in 2018, a software glitch exposed her real face to the world, and people did not like what they saw, because, as it turned out, the person controlling this anime avatar wasn't a cute girl as many had hoped. Instead, the channel was run by a middle-aged Japanese man who used voice synthesizing software for the audio.
当時はコメントが流れもすごく穏やかで
The clip of this glitch went viral across the internet, leading to people both mocking the creator and the viewers, with comments like, "Bruh, he looks like his viewers." And that day, humanity was reminded how easily tricked and betrayed they could be. And let's have a moment of silence for the guys that donated money. Some took this a bit more seriously and started hating on the creator for deceiving the viewers. The backlash only grew louder with every time the clip of this unexpected face reveal resurfaced online. Things got bad enough that the creator had to make a video addressing the backlash, titled, "To the English speakers who got to know me." In his video, he spoke from his point of view, arguing that the Noricat character was just that, a character, and that what he was doing was just as valid as male artists creating female fictional characters, be it in books, comics, or anime.
ノラキャットは創作です。アニメや小説と同じように、キャラクターの性格や動きや喋り方などを作者が考えています。すべて創作であり、実在しません。
Something odd about this video, however, is that Nora addressed it to quote English speakers, and there's a good reason for that. You see, Nora never deceived his audience in the first place. Most of his native Japanese audience already knew a man was behind the avatar, and they were totally fine with it. That's because this kind of setup isn't unusual in Japan. In fact, it's so common it even has a name, Babeniku, which is used to describe an online avatar depicting an anime-style female character used by content creators who are often male. The only reason Nora received so much hate was because the face reveal clip spread past his usual audience and reached people who didn't have the important context. Fortunately, he didn't let this setback stop him from making the content he liked, and is still streaming on YouTube to this day. That said, while Noricat's accidental face reveal sparked a wave of backlash, the next YouTuber's reveal had the exact opposite effect. It received nothing but love and support from the audience. I'm of course talking about JaidenAnimations, who is one of the largest animation storytime YouTubers on the planet, with over 14 million subscribers, and more than 2.8 billion views. And while she's comfortable with showing her face on camera these days, there was a time when her channel was completely anonymous. That is, until 2016, when her face was leaked on the internet without her consent. It happened when she visited VidCon 2016 with fellow YouTubers, including Alex Clark, work. Alex wanted to make a vlog and kept his camera rolling throughout the trip, but since Jaden was with him for a lot of it, she asked him to blur her face before posting the vlog on YouTube, even going as far as offering to edit the video herself. Alex, however, didn't comply with her request and posted the video as is, involuntarily exposing her identity to the public, all while joking about making her do a face reveal.
We're looking for Jaden. We're gonna do a face reveal. We didn't find Jaden, but we found her biggest fan. How long have you been following Jaden for?
He did delete the vlog from his channel a while later, but the damage was already done. More and more people began pestering her to do a proper face reveal. She tried to ignore these requests for as long as possible, but they didn't slow down, resulting in her addressing it in a video in April of 2017, titled, "Why I Don't Have a Face Reveal." She opened the video by listing out a few of the reasons for why she held off on doing a face reveal.
Few reasons I don't show myself are because I don't want people to have an opinion of my content and who I am based on what I look like. I'm very shy and prefer to keep to myself. I still want to have privacy.
However, while all of this was important, she eventually revealed the real reason she stayed anonymous for so long, and that was due to her extremely low self-esteem and body image issues. She'd been suffering from a severe eating disorder for quite some time, and the thought of putting herself in front of millions of viewers was terrifying to her.
A nightmare where hundreds of thousands of people are wanting to see you, and then when they finally do, it's at the lowest, darkest point of your life, and they don't even know it.
But after explaining her situation in detail, she capped off the video by doing the official face reveal everyone was asking for, and the support was overwhelming. To date, the video has accumulated over 1.6 million likes, with one of the top comments stating, "This has to be the most heartbreaking yet inspiring face reveal ever." Many people have also shared their own struggles and how watching Jaden's face reveal helped them find the courage to face the many problems in their own lives, cementing this as one of the most beloved face reveals in YouTube history. And to top it all off, Jaden becoming comfortable with being on camera has also done wonders for her career, allowing her to collaborate with so many other creators, and even participate in and win 2 different Mr. Beast challenges. However, where Jaden's face reveal boosted her career to new heights, the next YouTuber became the laughingstock of the internet after showing himself on camera for the first time. If you've spent any amount of time on YouTube in the past 5 years, you probably know who Dream is. He's one of the biggest Minecraft YouTubers of all time, and at one point, he even held the title of being the fastest growing channel on YouTube. However, for most of his early career, Dream was completely faceless. He did everything in his power to stay hidden from the public's eye, and while this allowed him to maintain some semblance of privacy, it also led to his stans building up unrealistically high expectations for his looks. Not only that, but he also racked up just as many haters over the years, some because of the infamous speedrun cheating scandal, and others who just found him or his fanbase insufferable. Put simply, his face reveal was destined to be a disaster, no matter what he looked like. What no one realized at the time, however, was just how big of a disaster it would turn out to be. It started in June of 2021, when someone posted this picture on the internet, claiming that this was Dream. This was eventually revealed to be an older picture from high school, but at the time, there was no proof this was actually him. However, that did not stop people from ripping into him on the internet, with one popular tweet reading, "Can we discuss how he catfished 20 million people into believing he's some cute ripped twink while he looks like this IRL? Maybe he was tired of people trying to expose his identity, or just wanted to have the freedom to make on-camera videos." But Dream gave into the demands and decided to show his face in October of 2022. But instead of just posting a simple video with his face, Dream made the worst decision ever and tried to build up hype for the upcoming reveal. He pulled this off by calling a bunch of influencers and having them post their reactions online.
No!
Hello. Hi, this is me. This is what I look like.
Hey! Yeah, how's it going, mate? There you are.
There I am.
Oh shoot! What the heck? You look like a baseball player. You scream baseball player to me.
Hello.
Oh my god!
This backfired horribly. The stunt only made his stans raise their expectations even higher, while his haters found the whole thing extremely cringy, making them dislike him even more. So when the actual face reveal happened, it went just as bad as you might expect. Shortly after he posted the video, phrases like "he's ugly" and "put the mask back on" began trending on Twitter. He also got turned into a meme with people comparing him to Rumpelstiltskin from Shrek and the troll face. Put simply, Dream's face reveal became the prime example of what not to do in this situation. The next face reveal, on the other hand, showed exactly how powerful it can be when done right. James Rison, aka the Odd1sOut, is an animation storytime YouTuber similar to Jaden, and just like Jaden, he remained completely faceless for the first few years of his career. But as his fanbase grew in size, so did their curiosity, and soon people were scouring the internet trying to uncover his real identity. Fortunately, James was quick to notice this trend before anything happened.
There was a point in time when you were an animator seeing lots of success, and you had never shown your face. You were completely faceless. Was that a choice to remain anonymous? Like kind of by accident, not because of choice?
Yeah, it was just because I was like, you know, I wanted to show my cartoon self and stuff. But then people were like starting to look for it, you know? They were like going on like—
starting to dig.
Yeah, starting to dig. And I was like, oh, this is kind of weird, because like my mom has a blog and she would like post off to the public, to the world, like pictures of me. People were being weird about it.
So before anyone else could leak his face to the public, James decided to take matters into his own hands. But instead of making a big deal out of it like Dream, he came up with the idea to show his face in the most nonchalant way possible.
Oops, and this is a bit of a weird question, but what do you look like now? If you're not comfortable showing a picture, that's fine, I was just wondering. Okay, I'll do a face reveal later. If we're gonna do this, it has to be its own video with a lot of build-up, okay?
His viewers were pleasantly surprised by this face reveal, with people calling it the best and funniest face reveal in YouTube history. Another comment also pointed out how well his voice matched his face, stating, "James is the only animator who matches their voice completely. Above all, the sheer casualness of the reveal allowed his audience to relate with him, even more than they already did after hearing his stories about working retail, comfortably putting the Odd1sOut as the gold standard for how to do a face reveal without unnecessary drama. Unfortunately, the next YouTuber's face reveal was nothing but drama and controversy from start to end. Corpse Husband once had the fastest growing channel on YouTube, with each new upload getting tens of millions of views. Fast forward to today, and he's nowhere to be found. While his story serves as a cautionary tale about what happens when stan culture goes too far, we've already talked about the sky-high expectations surrounding Dream's face reveal, but even that doesn't compare to the outright delusions fans had about what Corpse looked like. You see, while Corpse was already decently popular thanks to his horror and creepypasta videos, his popularity exploded through the stratosphere in September of 2020, when he was invited to an Among Us lobby. This lobby featured some of the biggest creators on the planet, including Ludwig, Jacksepticeye, Pokimane, and many more, all of whom were shocked to hear his insanely deep and raspy voice for the first time.
Yeah, I don't know, I guess since I haven't done a face reveal, so...
Corpse's voice is like infrasonic bass.
Is that real?
Oh my god.
It's real, believe me. He sounds like God and the devil should sound like.
I feel like your voice is hitting a part of my ear that's never been hit before.
The clip of his voice leaving creators speechless went viral, drawing a wave of new viewers to Corpse's channel, some of which were disappointed to find out that Corpse's content was completely faceless. He was extremely careful about his privacy and went to extreme lengths to keep his identity hidden.
No, nobody in my real life knows about it, and I've had a lot of weird situations come of that.
What kind of weird situations have come up?
I have an apartment, and so when I have people come over, it's like, don't go in that room. And they're
that's like your YouTube room?
Yeah, yeah. And they're like, why? And I'm like, they're like, how do you have this money? And I'm like, I don't know. I just come off sketchy to everybody.
Right, because they don't know the truth, and they're like, you're hiding something.
Yeah.
It must be a dead body.
Like, I can't answer simple questions.
How does remaining anonymous affect your social life?
Pretty much eviscerated it.
Yeah, so you don't have any social life now?
No, not at all.
Despite this, Corpse quickly rose to stardom. At one point, his channel was gaining up to 160,000 new subscribers every single day. However, for every million fans who simply wanted to enjoy his content, there were thousands who became borderline obsessed with Corpse. One fan even went as far as to tattoo the waveform of his breathing sound on their body. But with no face to match the name, these obsessed fans started building their own fantasies about about what he might look like, all while doing everything in their power to uncover his true identity. And while he managed to stay anonymous for a long time, things took a turn for the worst in March of 2021. It's unclear if it was the work of an obsessed fan or an online troll, but someone found out everything about Corpse and doxed him online. This alone would have been stressful enough. However, Corpse had to face an even bigger problem than being doxed: the overwhelming backlash. When the leaked pictures didn't match the out-of-this-world beauty standards his stans had imagined, they began attacking him and calling him ugly across social media.
Gaining a ton of traction. Now, I'm not going to be showing those posts here. That is for two reasons. One, I don't want to expose the guy, and two, people are being absolutely shitty about the person featured. Which, I mean, if it's just some random person or it actually turns out this is Corpse husband, still shitty. Absolutely a ton of people responding with really nasty comments, calling the person in the photos ugly among other things, which also prompted other Corpse husband fans to write things like, "This alleged face reveal just showed how fucked our world is. You think Corpse is this mega hot guy, then y'all start bullying him when he didn't meet your standards," as well as saying he literally sings about how self-conscious he is about his appearance, and you guys are out here bashing him because he didn't live up to your fantasies. Disgusting. Absolutely pathetic.
He tried to ignore the hate at first, and even posted 3 more videos after the leaks. Tragically, the psychological toll of being labeled as ugly by tens of thousands of people became too much for him to bear, forcing him to disappear from the internet entirely. Fortunately, the next face reveal went better than the creator could have ever expected. Since this is an internet anarchist video, and it's been almost a year since our last video about him, you already know we have to bring him up. Penguin Zero, aka Charlie, is one of the most popular YouTubers of all time, known for his white t-shirts and deadpan expression, but it wasn't always like this. This might be hard to believe now, but for the first 10 years or so of Charlie's career, he was completely faceless on the internet. His content already had the wit and humor that's earned him an audience today, but instead of turning on the camera, he preferred talking over gameplay footage like many other YouTubers of that era.
Watch out, smart people, I opened a door. Oh shit! I saw right through that camouflage, trying to blend into the floor. On a normal adversary, that probably would have worked, but I have trained myself to distinguish a floor from a human.
Things were going well for Charlie, but then, in 2015, his life hits rock bottom.
Hit rock bottom, and I'm at the lowest point in my life, but I'm trying to be optimistic because my girlfriend broke up with me, and I just couldn't find a job, still can't find a job.
It was also around this time that one of his friends offered him advice that would change his life forever.
Why did you want to show your face? Because like, I know a lot of people don't want to. Did you want your audience to like feel like you wanted them to know you on a more personal level?
No, I'd never. Absolutely. I don't want anyone on the internet to know me on a personal level. I don't like the parasocial relationship aspect of it. The main reason was actually because I went through like a really, really hard period for a bit, and a buddy of mine, he said that like maybe if I opened up a bit more, like I'd feel better, less alone.
Charlie implemented this advice by making on-camera videos, first on Snapchat.
Just want to show off my slipper collection real quick because I'm pretty fucking proud. Got some puppy slippers, reindeers, bear claws, and pigs.
And to his surprise, many of his viewers found him incredibly handsome, with comments like, "I did not expect him to be so good looking," and "Every human being has a flaw, and I will find his. You can't be funny, handsome, and fit without some flaw, right?" This support gave him the confidence to start posting on-camera videos on YouTube as well, and the rest is history.